everyone, thanks so much for being here. My name is Kat and I make houseplant videos here on Good and Planty. If you just happen to absolutely love this video, please consider liking it, commenting, subscribing, or following me on Instagram. All these things help me grow my channel like a plant. All right, today is a video that I don't do very often, but I do have a few new good ones on my list. Some are a little bit more commercially rare and others are a little bit more common. So I'm really excited to share them with you and, you know, maybe help you out for the holidays if you want to add some to your wish list. But before we jump into today's video, I want to send a huge thank you to Ana Luisa for sponsoring today's video. Not only that, but I am extra excited to announce that I am now officially a brand ambassador for the company. If you don't know, Ana Luisa is a jewelry company with a very clear mission. Their main focus is providing high quality jewelry that is really, really cute, by the way, at as minimal of an environmental impact as possible, but also at a price point that makes it more accessible. It kind of goes without saying, but I'm really, really excited to have a long-term relationship with a brand that cares about these things. And also you all seem to like them the last time I worked with them. So I don't know, it just feels kind of perfect to me. Today, I really want to highlight two rings. So I'm wearing the Kona ring and the Wade ring, and I really like them separately, but also with all of the other rings that I am wearing. I really like this chunky look, but then I have a little bit of variety with the Kona ring. I just think it's really, really cute, and I'm so happy with the little array that I have going on with my fingers. I am also really excited to have these little Paris earrings. I really love that little croissant twist to them, and they match perfectly with my croissant ring that I featured in the last video. So now I feel all put together, cute, cohesive, you get the vibe. If you are interested in getting some pieces for yourself, they are currently running their biggest sale of the year. Right now, if you buy one piece, you will get a second piece for 60% off, which is great. So if you want to check them out, I will have them linked in my description box down below. Click the link and get yourself some cute little pieces. Huge thank you to Ana Luisa, and now let's get back to the video. I have 8 plants today, and I won't lie, most of them are leaning towards the more commercially rare end of the plant spectrum. I really don't talk about rare plants all that often on my channel. I don't like to make that the focus of my channel, but you know what? Why not for a day just indulge and talk about some plants that I really, really want. The first plant on my list is the Philodendron serpens. I'm gonna be referencing Instagram hashtags for pictures for all of you. When I look at the hashtag, the first thing everyone always highlights are the fuzzy little stems and petioles of this plant, and I love it so much. It's unlike any plant that I have right now. I know that you can get that look from a few other plants like the Philodendron verrucosum, which is also on my wish list. I don't think I've talked about the serpens before. I could be wrong. And if not, I still very much want this plant. I think it's gorgeous. On top of that, the color is really, really cute. I love that dark red in the stem, and then all of the little hairs are like a lime green, which is so adorable. I love the contrast of that, and those are like some of my reds and greens that don't look like Christmas are some of my favorite color combinations. This plant is perfect for that. On top of that, I think that the foliage is very simple, but like strong and defined venation. I think that it really allows the stem to be highlighted, which honestly, most of the time, who cares about that? But I do like how this plant is a bit different and kind of shows you to appreciate a different aspect of a houseplant. The next plant on my list honestly might come as a surprise that I don't even have if you haven't watched my videos, but it is the Philodendron gloriosum. Now this plant, similar to the verrucosum, is just a classic that I kind of want to experience growing. I want to understand it a little better and kind of have it in person. Without a doubt, its foliage is literally gorgeous. They're a staple for a reason, and I do feel like I am missing out without having one in my collection. This plant has not like come across naturally, and I've been kind of holding out, but recently I've just been a little bit enamored with it. It's just, I'm like looking at pictures and the leaves can get so big. It's wild. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm done. I'm done with that one. All right, next one goes out to my Hoya fans. Let me pull it up. The Hoya Sunrise. First of all, cutest name on earth. I love that. I started off very, not anti-Hoya, but just not feeling it. I was not a Hoya head. I didn't really rep Hoya like that. And then I know that you guys have noticed I've slowly been opening up to the Hoya world, and I don't take care of that many Hoya, but I have started to pay attention to different Hoya species and varieties and kind of taking note and seeing what I would like to try out. And I just actually got some Hoya, but I'll feature those in a future video. And I don't know, I'm kind of excited by Hoya right now. We'll see where it goes, but I'm giving them a shot. And the Hoya Sunrise was like the first Hoya that caught my eye when I started looking into what Hoya I might want to look into. And the Hoya Sunrise was definitely one of the first Hoya that caught my attention just because of that gorgeous red color. I mean, it's called Hoya Sunrise for a reason. I don't know too much about it. Like, I don't know if you have to really sun stress it to get it to look like that, what you're seeing on the screen. It's like this burgundy color. It kind of reminds me actually a little bit of the Black Pagoda lipstick plant. Those leaves just look like they were struck by lightning essentially, and I get a very similar vibe when I look at this plant that I really appreciate and just admire. I don't know, I'm really into the Hoya Sunrise. And then of course I have to tack on another Hoya. So while we're discussing Hoya, I will mention also on my wish list now, and this is a recent addition, the Hoya sigillatus, I believe is how you say it. I don't even know how rare this plant is, I'll be honest with you. I think it's attainable. This plant reminds me a lot, honestly, of the Hoya pubic calyx. That foliage I just find stunning. I love the tendrils. I love the leaf shape. I love how lush it gets. This plant just felt like a little bit more of an extreme Hoya pubic calyx. The splash is similar but more dramatic. I like how these are a little bit thinner and softer, and it kind of hangs a little bit looser, whereas I would say that the Hoya pubic calyx has I mean, I haven't seen this plant in person, but like a little bit thicker, more succulent, wider leaves. I like how dainty this one looks, at least on pictures. Next, let's get to the Syngonium, because you all knew that I had to talk about Syngonium in this video. Otherwise, it would not be a good implanty video. The first plant that I want to talk about is the Syngonium aurea. Shoot, I need to know that. Aurea. And I love that plant so much. I've almost bit the bullet multiple times on that plant, but I just can't bring myself to do it. I think that it is a gorgeous partner to the Syngonium albo that I love so dearly and rep so heavily on this channel. I think that they would be a really cute pair to kind of grow alongside each other. I have had so much success with the Syngonium albo. It is truly one of my favorite plants ever. I feel like the Syngonium aurea would be a very fun addition to my houseplant collection, and it would be really easy to take care of. The other Syngonium that I've been looking at is a new one that I came across. Maybe you all know it, maybe I'm late to the party, but that was the Syngonium Godzilla. I love it. I don't know how easy it is to grow because I've seen a few similar Syngonium, but they've been titled different. I think one is the Syngonium Shell Shock or something like that. I've never gotten like clear care description out of whatever like source I'm looking at. I'm not sure if it's one of those plants that don't do well in the home, so I don't want to suggest it to anyone, but just the foliage and how unique that is. It reminds me of that one pothos. There's a pothos that looks just like this. I can't remember it. I'll put it on the screen. I'm kind of like on the hunt for a little bit more unique Syngonium. I'm kind of shying away a little bit from regular Syngonium podophyllum. If you know anything about that plant or where I can get it or what the care is like, please let me know in the comment section because I'm dying to know. All right, the last two plants on my list are a little bit of wild cards. Number 7 is the Spathiphyllum Picasso, which, whew, that is a gorgeous plant, like top tier pretty plant in my book. I have been eyeing it for a long time. Part of me just wants to get the Domino Peace Lily plant to kind of quench my undying thirst for a variegated peace lily. That was a horrific sentence. I think I want to wait it out and really commit to a chunky, super variegated peace lily. I love peace lilies. They make me so happy. I have a giant regular one. They're a little bit finicky, and I'm sure a variegated one is gonna be even more finicky. But I do feel like since they are so vocal, it's easy to get a grasp on what they need. I actually was sent one once, but it died in the mail, which was really, really sad. So I got to see the leaves and the variegation that could have been, and it was gorgeous, but RIP to that plant. And then the last plant, I'll breeze through it a little bit because it's a little bit basic, but I am still on the hunt for a Monstera albo. I am a super fake houseplant YouTuber because I do not have one still. I don't want to spend my YouTube check on, like my whole YouTube check basically, on a plant. I haven't been able to bring myself to do that. There is nothing wrong if you want to do that. Honestly, I'm jealous if you have done that. But personally, I just haven't gotten there yet. Or even the Thai constellation. I want the trio, you know, I want it. My one thing that I want to say about this video and why I don't make wish list videos all the time is that I try to not take a super consumerist approach on my channel. I want to be thankful for the plants that I have, and I am, but sometimes it's okay to want things, and these are the plants that I want. Please let me know what you thought of my wish list. If you have any of the same plants on your wish list, if you have any insight on these plants that you can give me, or just share plants that you're looking for yourself, and maybe someone in the comment section can help you out. You never know. Thank you all so much for watching, and a huge thank you again to Ana Luisa for sponsoring today's video. Please check them out. They will be linked down below in the description box and get cute little pieces for yourself. Please subscribe to my channel if you aren't already and you want to see more plenty content from me. Please consider being a member if you want to be part of our members only Discord server. Please like this video, hit the notification bell, all that good stuff. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye! Huge thank you to all of my members. Thank you to O'Neill, Val, Katrina, Audrey, Louie, Heather, _B, Jacqueline, Linda, Michaela, Brooke, Daniel, Vanessa, Michelle, and Tori. You guys are the best, and I'll see you in my next video.